Welcome back to another episode of Aunt and Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not. I'm Aunt.
And I'm Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Aunt.
All right. Well, we got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to start with, we're talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City today. And
Yes.
This was the first time I ever watched this episode.
Yay! How did the what? Okay, so let me kind of interview you because you watched it.
Okay.
So I'll ask you some questions and you answer.
Okay.
So you read up a little bit on past seasons.
Not really.
Not at
I mean,
all?
I know who Jen
know Jen's
Shah
in jail.
is. I know who Jen Shah is. I knew she was in jail. I know it was a big.
She is in jail.
Right. She's in jail for 6.5 years. I looked. I know they're in Salt Lake. I saw 1 or 2 episodes. I actually saw one episode the other day while I was getting ready because they were playing episodes of when Jen Shah went up to some retreat with Heather and they were in the tubs.
Yes. And she
outside.
got angry. Yeah.
Yes. And that was the only episode I ever saw until the other night when I walked into Crazy Town.
Yes, you did. Okay, so
I mean,
first impressions.
First of all, this isn't like any other town.
No,
I don't even know, who would you say it's like, because I don't watch Potomac either. Is it similar to Potomac or different?
I think it has sprinkles of it has
all of them.
Glamour like Beverly Hills.
Oh,
really
way I think it's almost as glamorous as Beverly Hills.
It is. And in their own way.
Anybody else comes close.
Chalet way. Like
yeah, because they're all into the fur and the I think Beverly Hills, OC can't come close in the clothes. No. Jersey doesn't come close with the clothes. New York doesn't come close with the clothes. Atlanta, oh, they have sprinkles. Atlanta, they got some pretty
nice
they have really nice clothes in Atlanta. But
if I could compare it, it would be Beverly Hills. It's a combo of they like wear fashions like Beverly Hills.
Right.
They drink like Tres Amigas all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
And they fight like Jersey.
Yeah, they're a great combination. I'm telling you. I was like, what have I just watched? I love this show. And I only saw 1 episode and I don't even know who anybody is, but I already love Lisa. But I get why her son is going on a mission. I get why he's going on a mission and he didn't tell his parents. Now, you know what a mission is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, that's like a Book of Mormon. Where it's like the movie, you know, they go away for a couple of years. They wear black pants, white shirt, and they got their name tag. And it's like a big deal because you really don't come home for a couple of years. And I think it's kind of interesting. They didn't know that kid was going to go. I just do. I mean, you'd think at some point that you'd say, hey, I think I want to do a mission instead of going to college. But it's because she doesn't shut up. She doesn't take the time
could be
to
a
listen.
part of it. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, no. So she does this like party planning.
No, she just goes to. I think that's like.
No, she was like Sundance. She doesn't sleep.
I think she just
days.
does that every year. I don't know what it is that she does. Maybe now it's with their liquor brand. Like they bring the Vita cocktails in.
Yeah. I thought her tears were very, I don't even know her. Okay. So I could be right. I could be wrong. I thought her tears were very fake in the car because that's when she had her big sunglasses on. She's like, I don't believe he's leaving. It's too much for me.
She's emotional.
Yeah. Well, she is. Now she's from New York.
No.
Yeah. I thought they said she grew up in New York.
I'll have to check on that.
All right. I think what's very interesting about this show is they were all I will say one thing. They were all very defensive of their husbands.
Oh, yes.
Don't come for my husband. Don't come for my marriage.
Or my bathtub.
Or their bathtub, which must be nasty. The only other person I've ever seen go after somebody like that is Lisa Rinna. Like Lisa Rinna is full on, don't go after my husband, stay away from my husband. You just don't go there, you know? But each one of them were like, don't come after my marriage. Don't come after my husband.
That's happened though in past seasons. So Meredith and her husband, they all attacked her marriage, but they had issues. They were separated and they got back together.
Right.
Lisa Barlow had a hot mic moment at the end of season 2 where she thought her mic was off and it was, she took it off, but then they put a boom next to her door and they heard her inside and she's going, fuck Meredith. She fucked every guy in fucking Manhattan when they were separated. Yeah. So it's bad.
Yeah. So there's a lot of other little things. Yeah.
Lisa Barlow, what happened is that, and they still don't really know what happened here, but last season, they think it was Meredith that started it as revenge for what Lisa did, the hot mic moment.
Okay.
But they started a rumor that there is this billionaire in Salt Lake City who has amazing Utah jazz tickets.
Oh.
And they started a rumor that Lisa gives blowjobs for jazz tickets.
Oh, Lisa Barlow?
She doesn't. But
okay.
And that's why you'll hear her make jokes going, haven't gone to many jazz games lately. Because it's a joke now.
No, okay. I take Lisa is a practicing Mormon because the kid's going on mission.
Yes.
Okay.
Her husband more than her.
Okay. Well, I believe that. Heather is a bad Mormon, so she's out.
Yeah, she is. Whitney is too.
Whitney's gone. What about Angie?
I don't really know. No, I don't think Angie is Mormon.
Okay. Well, the new girl Monica is, because she talked about doing whomever in the temple. They showed a preview of coming up this season. She said, I effed so-and-so in the temple. And they all went like either like the pastor or something. That's what I was getting out of it.
All I can say is that opening, I screamed. My partner was next to me listening. He puts his headphones in. He hates Housewives, but he literally got so mad. He was like, "What's wrong with you?" Because I screamed at the top of my lungs. I was like, "Oh my God," when she said, and that's how I became a witness in a federal case. And all I can say is that Andy Cohen and Bravo, you savage mother effers, because you totally just are so crazy for what you did after Jen Shah declined giving you that interview. You went there and you got a witness in her case. It is legendary. It is the King Shade moment of Bravo TV history.
King Shade. And I thought it was interesting. Did she say she's divorced now? Oh, she was the one, because remember, I think a lot of them look alike. Like Angie
you just watched once,
is long and black, long and black hair, and Lisa has long and black hair, and that Monica has long and black hair.
Maybe, yeah, you'll get to know them.
You know what I mean? So there's a similarity. They have the most fabulous wardrobe.
Oh,
the Fendi puffers, the Monclers. I mean, beautiful. The fur, they're not afraid. The Fendi bag is a little fur bag.
That's why when Mary Cosby, she hasn't been on for a couple seasons. So when she sees Whitney, who now has a bit like a skincare business, she's got a podcast. And that's why probably Mary Cosby was probably like in her mind, like, "Ooh, nice Fendi." Because she said that when Whitney came over. Yeah. And it's probably what she's really saying in her mind is, "Oh, you can afford Fendi now."
Oh, that's what she's really saying. She's calling her out on the fact you could finally get a Fendi girl. Yeah.
She gave Mary Cosby it was season 1 or 2. She gave gifts on a cast trip, and she brought them all pairs of shoes from her own closet that she had never worn.
Mary Cosby?
Yeah, but they still had tags on them. But she brought someone Louboutins, Jen Shah, and Jen Shah gave them back.
Were they her size?
Brand new. Yeah, they were her size and everything. Apparently,
she said, "I don't want your shoes."
Yeah, "I don't want your hand-me-downs." Mary goes, "I've never worn them." And then Jen Shah goes like something around like, "How do I know?" She's like, "They have red bottoms. You'd be able to see if I really wore." Like, it was so weird because Mary Cosby, you're gonna have to really read up on her. It's so sad. Well, she's a pastor of a church.
Oh, geez. Well, I'm going to tell you, they have a snippet out, the best Mary Cosby moments. I watched that when she's with her housekeeper and everything. Yes. And then she's like, she's been with us for 17 years or something. She goes, "Well, we're really not friends. I don't know anything about her." And I just thought, oh, you are a classic narcissist. It's all about you. You expect her to take care of you. She's almost Ramona-ish that way.
You know that her husband is her grandfather.
What?
Her husband is her grandfather.
Are they Mormon?
I'm going to tell you.
Mormon? Are they Mormon?
Mary Cosby husband story.
No.
In order to inherit her family's Pentecostal megachurch and its accompanying fortune, Mary Cosby married her step grandfather, Robert Cosby.
They're not blood.
Jr. Okay. Yeah, not blood. Her step grandfather, Robert Cosby Jr., threw a provision in her grandmother's will. They have been together for 20 years and share a teenage son.
That's so gross.
Her grandmother negotiated before she died for her husband to marry her granddaughter.
And is it her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter?
I'm not going to say this, but that would be like your dad.
Marrying one
of your nieces or your daughter.
No, because it's step. So it's not her biological.
No, you're right. But
it would be like if my dad died and my mom remarried, yes. And then that old coot is marrying my daughter. Oh God. Well, I don't think that would happen. I hate to say, yeah. And definitely my mom wouldn't have negotiated that. I guarantee you that.
No, we know that. I know that for certain. But also I always wonder, like, what are her parents?
And they have a child?
Yeah, they have a teenage son.
Oh, good Lord.
So when she made the
craziest thing I've ever heard in my whole entire life.
When she was talking to Meredith.
I'm never going to be able to look at her the same way again.
When she was talking to Meredith and she said that her son, she heard that he's married, even though they're dating. I heard, then she says, I'm going to have to talk to Robert Jr. or Robert III about it. And I thought, because I wasn't paying attention, I don't really like Mary that much. I wasn't totally paying attention in the moment. And I thought she was talking to Meredith about how her husband was about to die and that she was going to have to marry her son to keep the church going. And I had to like rewind. And then I realized what it was. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's just disgusting. Where'd they find these people?
I have no idea. What do you think?
Oh, that's unbelievable.
The cold opening that when they showed like May 10th, 2023.
Oh yeah, when it went back. What is it? Now tell me, why did let me get
Heather.
it right. Heather, why did she have a black eye last season? Do we ever find out?
I mean, I think that the story on the street, they haven't told anyone, but Heather has always said the person, someone knows who did it. That's what she's always said. It's been so cryptic. I think Jen did it.
You think Jen Shaw punched her in the eye?
I don't know
that?
if it could have been.
It
might not have been a punch. Okay, straight on punch. But imagine if they were wrestling and Jen went like this.
No, she would say, Jen hit me in the eye by mistake.
I don't know. She had an open case. She hadn't been sentenced at the time. Nothing. I think they wanted nothing to come out because they didn't want her to look at violent, put in a bad.
Right?
They were friends.
Yeah.
What if they put her on a bad prison
for her,
sentenced her, said she was dangerous to the public?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
I think that.
Oh.
But why wouldn't she say it now?
I loved when I was watching Lisa.
Why wouldn't she say it now though?
And she's like crying, trembling because I watched a bit of Trials and Tribulation.
Oh, yes. When she's
and it was
crying,
the last, and she's
away.
crying, you're not going to see her babies. They're babies, 12 years or babies, I thought it was weird how Jen Shaw called her husband Coach. I did. Even
they call him Coach. Everyone calls him Coach.
Yeah, well, good for them. I want to talk about Mary when she says that the salad goes in spicy. It comes out. It happens. I'm just going to say,
I love the sound effects. She didn't just say it comes out spicy. It comes out hurting. She goes, ow.
Now, Monica did look different. She was like, I didn't know that was Monica. She looked like she's in the witness protection program and then they showed her she had blonde hair before. Now she's got dark hair and the whole bit. So she's obviously, she worked for Jen Shaw.
It is mind blowing.
And she was a witness.
Yeah, because she thought that what Jen was asking her to do was shady. So she called someone in government that
and
they gave her the advice, get away from her.
Yeah. And then she was arrested.
I believe it's embellished because she said I worked for her for about 2 months. So you're not a main witness.
Yeah, you're not a main witness, but maybe she's embellishing it. Yeah.
No, and she gave 2 months of statements.
Yeah, but I would love to. Now I'm going to have to go back and find the transcript from the case. Do you remember stuff that came out? Now that we know Monica is on the show, I would love to read the transcript of the court case of Monica's testimony.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up. Yeah. I thought do you think they were having fun at the snowball party or not?
Oh, yeah.
I thought Harry didn't even go out.
They had fun.
I mean, I thought they were like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" And it was so funny because I went to the market today myself, and what was right at the register? The pink snow cones that Lisa was talking about.
Of them.
I did. She said, "Oh, the only snow cones I like are those snowballs. I like are those snow cones that are at the convenience store, and they're pink." And I saw them today. You're gonna have to help me through this.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna say that so far I was like, this is crazy town, and I want to get on the train. I don't want to miss out.
It's fun. It gives you they are a real hit city. They came in and just like,
listen, compared to New York City, I need a little influx of fun. And these women, at least their snark is funny. Their snark is sharp. The girls in New York, they're snarky, but in a mean way. These ones aren't necessarily mean, but ooh, there's arrows going all over the place. But their lines are so funny for girls from Utah. I mean, yeah, I think that's what you're not expecting them to be this sharp.
You know what I've thought about with
New
York is that Bravo has tried a couple shows. Remember they had that show Gallery Girls that was about the girls that work at the art galleries.
Yeah.
They've tried a few things and they've never stuck. And I am wondering, like, this is almost sticking like a teeny bit, but it's still really not sticking.
Nation of it.
It's still really not sticking. No, it's just sticking a little bit because it's under the Housewives brand.
Right. If it wasn't a housewife, it would be dead.
But I think they're doing that on purpose to see if it's a generational type of show or it's like the brand. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
like,
it's not doing well.
It's not. And I think that they're missing the boat. Jill Zarin said it, the first person to say it, that I agree. She said it should be called something different.
Yeah.
Because it's not a terrible
I don't think it would have done good either.
Maybe not, but it's definitely not Housewives. You don't see, as you said, you don't see kids. You don't. And I said at first when we looked at it, I said, and we won't talk too much about New York because we do that after episodes in New York, but is that I said you don't know them well enough. You haven't seen them, but now we're starting to see it's not that you don't. They really just don't have families. There aren't little kids. There aren't husbands. There aren't. Yeah. And I just think that you'll see that with Salt Lake that there are.
I saw more husbands and more kids in Salt Lake one episode.
Yeah. You didn't even see Meredith's son, the fashion designer, Brooks Marks. He's gay.
I heard about him. I heard he's quite and whose child is that? Meredith Marks?
Meredith Marks. He came out with a tracksuit. It was like brilliant. And like, just like, it was the hardest thing to get 2 years ago. Like everyone wanted one in the country. He's selling them for like $300 each.
They all seem like they have some legitimate cash behind them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's very cheap to live out there too, compared to New York City.
And to rent a house like Meredith does every year.
Yeah, what is this? Every year she gets another house. Does she have a house or does she just live in rentals?
She does, but that's because her husband he doesn't really work in Salt Lake. He's in New York. He's in Chicago. Like they travel a lot for different things.
Okay.
But like, so I don't know. And her kids are both out of school. I think Brooks is.
Oh, so she just comes into film basically.
Well, she has her business now.
Yeah, no, she does. I know, but she's kind of like, she's living there, but it's convenient living.
She's intense. She's a lot. Her bathtubs and everything. It was a stretch. That fight with Whitney was a stretch. End,
I thought the thing with Whitney was like, did I say when you were, I don't even know how they painted each other, that you were going to get a vaginal infection from the paint? I mean,
they did a scene together, not naked, but like in lingerie, like doing painting game or whatever. And her husband got fired because of it.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, that's unfortunate.
It was a kind of unfair.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know what the season holds of Salt Lake, but I have a feeling by episode 6 or 7, I will be completely up on what everybody is. And already I was like, I love these women. I love their snark. I love their normal but glamorous. I love their fashion. I mean, it's so over the top at a whole other level. I love it's cold. I loved everything.
They fight. They have no boundaries. They don't care about what they look like. I mean, like Angie last year yelled at Jen Shah, I paid for Coach's birthday party $15,000 at my house and you haven't paid a dime. And then, of course, Jen Shah's like, yes, we did. And then at the end of the season, they bring a check to give to them. It's like, it's real. It's like no bullshit.
I don't know. What house coach now? Is he okay? Does he
I don't know. Visit? He stays very much out of the
limelight. Yeah, smart. No,
Very
that's
sad.
good. Yeah. All right. I can't wait to watch this.
Well, you'll really like it. I'll send you a few to watch because there's a couple when Lisa says, I'm shaking. I'm physically shaking. We'll see you next time. Bye.